Hey guys, I'm Jordan. Welcome to Private Pilot Diary, where we filmed each lesson of me becoming a pilot. Watch highlights of each lesson, from Discovery Flight all the way to my check ride. And don't forget, subscribe to our channel so you can check out lots of fun content from our team. See you guys.
Welcome back, aviators, to lesson 15, and we have a little bit of a treat for you today because today we're taking Jordan as she continues on her private pilot diary to a long cross country to Cedar Key. Say if we don't have GPS in our plane, or heaven forbid our beloved GPS goes out, how can we be sure we're going the right way? And there's a couple ways we can do that. Before we fly the plane, we figure out what our heading would be. We talk about things like magnetic variation, difference between true north and magnetic north, deviation, if we turn radios on in our plane, are they kind of messing with our compass there a little bit? Things like wind correction, is the wind going to be blowing us off course? Right. And just kind of timing it. I can say from my departure airport to say that football stadium is going to be a certain amount of time. So we're going to be talking about different ways that you can kind of figure out where you are, and we're just going to be having fun today, which I think is going to be really fun. So if the winds are hopefully blowing the right way for us, we're going to be enjoying a nice lunch at Cedar Key, and we'll see you guys up in the plane.
Brakes on, seats and belts check, doors and windows. Is that okay? We leave.
So we've talked about nav logs before. You haven't done one yet, and we don't expect you to do one now, but we do incorporate pilotage and certainly dead reckoning and all those too. And that's just, pilotage is kind of looking outside the plane and being like, oh, there's a visual reference. I know I'm going the right way, right? So we're really close to Gainesville right now, so we can use that airport as a visual point. And using visual points is really anything that you can easily. Because we're almost very literally flying directly over Gainesville, that's a really easy one for us to be like, oh, okay. Well, I know I'm going west to Cedar Key from Jacksonville. There's Gainesville. Gainesville's west of Jacksonville. Story checks out. So that's what pilotage is. Dead reckoning is an aviation term that basically means you're putting all these additional pieces together to figure out where you are. What do I mean by that? So part of that is correcting, like when you sit down and you do a whole flight plan, you're figuring out what direction you need to go, which sounds like a funny thing to say, right? Of course we need to know what direction we need to go. But where am I actually steering this thing? What heading do I want to turn this thing to? Actual number. And it's not just, oh, let me plug it into ForeFlight and say it's a heading of, 270 to go west. Well, yeah, but what are your winds doing? So how do you correct for those winds? Or let's talk about, magnetic variation, the difference between true north and magnetic north. And before your eyes glaze over, the reason we talk about that is because your charts are done in true north. Your plane wants to fly magnetic north. That's why you've got a heading, and that's why before you take off, you always turn that heading indicator to your compass. Okay, well that doesn't make sense, right? We're putting a flight plan together using true north. And now my plane wants to fly magnetic north. So those are going to be two different things, right? So we teach you how to use the chart and certain lines on the chart to figure out the difference. So that when you map your flight on a chart, you're doing it understanding that your plane wants to fly magnetic north. And then there's deviation. Think about what that word means. I'm deviating from something, right? So when you turn your avionics on, when you turn the comms on, all this stuff on, this is creating a little baby magnetic field. Well, that's not so good for your compass that wants to turn us to magnetic north. So you've got a compass card. That's your compass deviation card. And that's done by the manufacturer. So when you purchase a plane, they say, okay, I've done this for you already. We've sat in here and we see that, say you want to go cardinal west. But you turn all your avionics on, and those are creating a magnetic field. It's kind of pulling it away. So if you want to go magnetic west, you want to go cardinal west, you actually kind of have to fly this way instead. They figured that out for you.
for the long cross country, and that was pretty fun. You logged 3.4 cross country hours, so we're definitely digging into your cross country time. And then I know that you are going to be taking a look at the FARs and continuing through your studies because you've got the written exam coming up in a couple weeks.
So I'm just going to keep working on that section and honestly going back through everything again just because it's so much to learn and do. And now that we're in the stage of like the actual flight lessons, I think the ground lessons that we've been studying, like they're all tying together, but I think now if I go and review them again, it's going to be like, oh my gosh, that makes...
Because you're kind of putting a face to the name now.
So I'm kind of just working on reviewing and still...
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, well, let us know if you have any questions, and we will see you guys at lesson 16.